Maybe. I got an invite from Frank, it must be 7 or 8 months ago. I had actually forgotten about it, but I suppose I am passionate about the environment and I'm passionate about my business, and I feel that we have an environmental play. The things that we do with a lot less energy and a lot less effluent, I suppose, and byproducts than would typically be done in normal industry. So we have a new technology that I think has a good future, and that fits very well with the main theme of the conference here. Well, if I suppose technology, I think, is the essence of addressing climate change. If we don't find cheaper and more user-friendly ways of doing the things that we take for granted now and that we can't roll back on, people will not abandon their cars, people will not give up their televisions, they will not give up their microwaves. If we don't find easier and cheaper ways of doing those things through technology, well then there's only one outcome. So we have to use technology. Industry, I think, has a huge role to play, but I can't see any one sector taking ownership, because it'll be, it will make them uncompetitive. So I think that it really has to be driven by politics and by a good example coming from other sectors like academia. Well, for me, I would be in favour of educating kids from the first day they go into the earliest school phase. If we don't start teaching kids that they're responsible, and it's a small bite by bite approach to fixing the damage that has been done. Not that anybody up to recently realised that they were doing any damage, but it is going to take a unified approach. It can't be some people. It can't be first world countries and not third world countries because they haven't had the same chance. It is really going to be an effort on the part of everybody, and everybody's going to have to lift a little bit of that load. So education, I think, is vital. I think the more people that are educated about this, the more people that will be passionate about it. Not everybody will be, but at least if everyone is educated in that fashion, I think you will get a much bigger cohort that will want to do the right thing.
Great.
From my work and my business, I think there should be initiatives on the part of every government, at least in the developed world, to show example. But there should be initiatives on the part of every government to encourage, I suppose, academia, but to also encourage industry, to encourage every facet of life to reflect on how they're impacting on our environment. It's a little bit like, if you go back over time, all of the initiatives that have progressed, other people have resisted them at some point in time. Even, say, for example, a simple thing like women getting the vote. Lots of people resisted that, but the outcome, everyone knew what the outcome was going to be. And I think education should teach us all what the outcome is going to be and what we can do, and then let people start to work towards that outcome in a more positive way. And I don't think it's going to happen in the piecemeal way we're going about it at the moment. It's going to take conferences like this to heighten awareness and the whole lot. Yeah, I don't have all the answers at all, but I'd like to think that I'm contributing my little piece. Legislation and education, and also the ridiculous concept of universities and colleges competing, which I just don't understand, especially in a country the size of Ireland. The other thing is that I think that Ireland is just that perfect size that it's a case study for so many initiatives. We should be able to do things here and study them easier than, say, in Germany or in the US or in Korea or wherever, because we're just the perfect size for doing experiments in. And we can do it. We stopped using plastic bags. We stopped smoking inside in buildings, and when we were asked to do it, we did it en masse. So I think that we're asked to do things in this country, we have a great opportunity to show the rest of the world how things should be done. I think it's understanding. I don't think, I'd say only a tiny proportion of people really understand what's going on. And consequently, they argue with what's going on. So there's an onus on leaders to educate, and I don't think a lot of leaders are even paying any attention. They're caught up in localized issues that really, it's almost, we're in a state of denial. So to me, it's education again. It's bringing this to people's attention in a way that everybody will want to partake, or at least the majority.